Hello everyone, this is Samsung Galaxy Note 4, the Exynos version, and this is running the official Lollipop ROM as you see here from the notification bar. It's a little bit changed, it looks a little bit like the Lollipop one, but it's still pretty much touch-wiz. You still have to tap a second icon to open the quick settings. You don't have it as a swipe and as an extension to go to the quick settings, but that's how Samsung likes to do stuff, so we gotta get used to that. But all TouchWiz and all this interface is much better. It's much more responsive, much more fluid. Even the multitasking menu, it opens it pretty quickly, and I have a lot of apps open here. When you had this amount of apps opened on KitKat, this used to take like 2 seconds or 3 seconds. It lagged a little bit, but you don't see these things happening here. Everything is as it's supposed to be, and I'm turning the speed of this video halfway just to see the animations. And as you see, there are no skipping frames, but you have this touch, and it takes a second for the animation to manifest itself, and this is a pretty common thing for Samsung and TouchWiz, which luckily for us Android users can be easily fixed by going to settings menu and in developer options just turn the animation speed halfway, and this will fix your problem. Everything will become much more responsive. As you tap the screen, everything will happen. You will not have to wait for the animation. And I'm going here into Geekbench 3. This is a pretty popular benchmark, and just to see what scores we get. And as you see here, I'm running on Samsung Exynos version of the Note 4, and let's start this benchmark. I used to get like 1100 on single core and 3700 on multi-core on KitKat on this phone. Those are the usual scores, but here on Lollipop I get 1246 on single core and 4240 on multi-score. That's the highest score I used to get on this Exynos version of the Note 4, and that's pretty impressive in my opinion. Let's try a quick Antutu benchmark and let's see what score we get here. And one more thing before we start this benchmark test, I know a lot of you guys are wondering if this phone is now running on 64-bit, and as you see, the chipset it's on 64-bit, but the Android, the OS, is still a 32-bit version. Samsung didn't enable the 64-bit on this phone, which is a shame because this is a better chipset than you found on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 805, but Samsung has gone with this decision and keeping this phone 32-bit. I think he didn't want to upset the persons and the people that bought the phone with the 805 chipset, and that's a mistake in my opinion. This should run on 64-bit. And whoa, the benchmark finished, and this is 42,683, which is the lowest score I ever got. I used to get somewhere in 48,000 to 49,000, but as you guys know, benchmarks are not everything, and Nexus used to get lower benchmark scores and they perform the best. And one more thing that a lot of you guys may be asking, and here I'm going to manual camera, and this is using the Android Lollipop second camera API, and on this version, the 2.4 version of this manual camera application, it opens the application. In the old version it didn't used to do that, but as you see here, none of the functions are working. No exposure, no ISO, nothing. So if you get this update to Lollipop on this version of the phone, you still not get the second camera API. And here in Chrome, I just want to show you how a little bit of web browsing and loading the GSM Arena website, and everything is pretty fast and fluid. And here on YouTube, everything is fluid. I used to get on KitKat a little bit of stutter on flicking down on the videos. The thumbnails took a second for them to load, but as you see here, everything is pretty much fluid. And let's go and find a video here to open, just to show you how it opens the video and how it minimizes the screen and everything. It's pretty good. No lag, no waiting for things to happen. Everything it's as it used to be, and this was pretty good on KitKat also. Now let's exit from YouTube and let me show you some Note specific functions. The Note lineup, it's famous for its multitasking capabilities, and here if I'm going to its original browser, you can easily minimize this browser and look at how great this works, and you can move it around and open a web page as you usually do. And this is very good. It's a little bit better than it was on KitKat. Just look at it. It's no stutters. It makes you use it. You can minimize it into a bubble. You can open it again, enlarge the screen, and then just close the application. Everything works as it's supposed to. This is just great for multitasking. And as you know, the Note lineup made famous this split screen view, and if you guys follow my channel, you know I have an LG G3 and also have this kind of feature, but it's nowhere near as well implemented and as complete. Here on the Note 4, the navigation buttons and notification bar are just gone. You get a full screen and everything works pretty fluid. I mean, it's just like you have just one application open. No stutters, nothing. It just makes you use it. And the Note 4 was already a really great phone, but here with Lollipop you just got a better version of this phone. You still have to get this second camera API and a little improvements here and there, but everything else was just perfect. I want to thank you everyone for watching.